Hello and welcome back to Neat Me Debt Free. My name is Hannah and this is my space where I talk about my family's finances. So it's been a while since I posted a video. Things have been kind of busy and with summer stuff, the budget's been kind of a mess, and I also did a lot of revamping. So I'm going to take some time to kind of explain some of the changes. So if you're new, welcome to my new budget. If you've seen my videos before, welcome to my new budget. So we've moved away from using our debit cards to utilizing a credit card. And we have been using credit cards for a little bit, mostly for sinking funds. But I have since kind of moved us pretty much completely to using only our Chase Sapphire credit card to get the rewards for that. We've been pretty responsible, at least for the last year, and we've been using the credit card for the last month, so I feel like we're on the right track. We're doing okay. So that being said, I don't do cash envelopes, but I do track our expenses and keep track that I've paid off the credit card and paid off the different items. So let me show you how I am doing that. This might be like a backwards way, but it seems to be working really well for me to visualize like how much money is left in the account. So you can see, if you've been here before, you know this is kind of how I set up our monthly budget. So I'll kind of just scroll down. We'll fill in the numbers in just a moment, but it's the same. However, I did leave my on-call position, my bedside position, so now I am only paid monthly, as well as my husband, so there's a lot of changes with that. So we have our income here at the top, and then all our expenses to get us to zero, so no more little extra money. So then I have over here my Chase Sapphire, where I keep track of all the charges, how much it was, what date it was, and if I've paid it off. I've been kind of paying it weekly, just so I don't get confused. And then the reason I need to check off if I paid or not is sinking funds. Sometimes there's like a delay on moving money across and stuff like that. So yeah, just kind of keep myself square. Let me go this way. So these are our quote unquote cash envelopes. I have budgeted, because these are like varying things. Groceries and household is pretty much almost like all encompassing. So we budget about $200 a week. And this is like cleaning supplies, groceries, like coffee, the kids' vitamins for the most part. It's all kind of mixed in there. Takeout, we eat out once a week. I budget for $60 right now. We may be able to adjust that with us going back to work and stuff full time. We tend to eat out a little bit more during the summer just because we're out and about and doing stuff. So that's why that's so high right now. Gas got more expensive, so I increased our gas budget. My car $180, my husband's car $150, and so this is kind of how I keep track, like cash envelopes, all the charges that we make. So basically these would be redundant. We would see them on the credit card, but then we would also see them here so that I can see how much is left in each category. So that's that. Down here I have our sinking funds. Where's the name? Right there. Got lots of them. So we got health. This is actually housed in our flex spending account, and so I just kind of keep track of how much is left in the FSA. The reason it's so low is because my husband works for a school district. Well, both of us do, but he carries the FSA. It resets in September or October. I can't remember exactly, but that's why it's so low, because we're about to reset and I need to use it up before it resets. And so that starts at $250 and then we deduct from there. So This is where our true sinking funds start. These are extracurricular stuff. This is already calculated with adding in money for August. So this is not what it's at currently, but at the start of August, it will be this high. And I have it bumped up because we're probably going to be funding some extracurricular activities for the kids. They'll have Korean school registration coming up, so I'll need to have quite a bit of money for that. School, they have most of their stuff ready for school, but I do have this money ready for school pictures, school supplies, classroom parties, stuff like that. Work, this is for me and my husband. We're both teachers, and so there's sometimes little treats we want to get our students, stuff like that. And so this is kind of our budget for that. This is relatively new because I did notice that every once in a while my husband wanted to stock up his candy bowl, stuff like that. Christmas is nearly funded. Clothing, hair. I have a hair appointment in August, and my husband and son are both going to get their haircut before school starts. So that's what that's ready for. Occasions, we'll need to beef this up a little bit. We have a couple birthday parties, and my husband's birthday is coming up, so I need to make sure we got some money for that. Home, that might need to get beefed up going forward. Vehicles, this is car insurance, car registration, and car repair. The reason it's so high right now is we're about to pay the 6-month bill, so this will drop pretty quickly, I believe in September. So that's why I always kind of keep this one pretty high. But anyways, so just like our cash envelopes, I know I don't have the formula set up yet, but basically this is what they will actually be in our Ally buckets. And then I will deduct from there and have a total down at the bottom of what was deducted for that month. And that is, oh, see, I have one here. But yeah, that is kind of the big changes that have happened with the tracking system. Now we can get into the actual budget. So we still have a buffer of $300. I don't calculate it into our income because it kind of just sits in the savings account associated with our main checking account. And that's what this budget does. It gives me a running list of our main direct deposit checking account. So this is a separate account. So this will still be $300. I have guesstimated that my income for August, so I get paid the last day of July, and so that's the money that we use for August's budget. It'll be quite low. I've only been working 2 days a week, and we also had a 2-week vacation, so my income was pretty low. But that is why I had a savings account. I called it negative months. And so what I will do is transfer over $1,500 from that account, and that will get me to there. This is like a guesstimate of my husband's, but that's kind of approximately what we're thinking he'll get. Well, that's what I kind of always put in, and then it varies so much from there. But yeah, so a couple of things. This is our net. And so right now we're contributing each of us $500 to 403Bs. We've got dependent daycare and flex spending and all kinds of things coming out of my husband's paycheck. So that's why these are so the way that they are. But yeah, there's a lot of things that come out before we see the money in our checking account. House. So the mortgage payment is $2,522. The HOA, sinking funds. I had beefed it up for this second half of the year because of the revamp that I did for the sinking funds. I had given myself like minimum targets that I want to have in each of the sinking funds. So I have since we were doing $700 a month towards sinking funds. I beefed it up to $1,000, hopefully to get us ahead. But we'll see how my plan works. Allowances is $100 each. I've been putting just $100 to my Roth IRA every month. Student loans, we're not going to be paying that much to debt this month because of the decrease in my paycheck. But I do plan to put $257.80. That is actually interest on one of my student loans. And so I just want to get to some nice round numbers. The reason these are in green is because these are the ones that get expanded over on the other side. So that's why I have them there. So I just say that $1,000 is for groceries. Takeout was $240, gas was $180, $150. So basically these are flushed out elsewhere, was what I'm kind of indicating to myself. Gymnastics is my daughter's gymnastics class. Yard is our gardener. I get a monthly wax. It'll be $45. Life insurance is $67. This is gas and electric. I think, yeah, it's still, our solar is still not hooked up. I don't know. I think we got to follow up with that. But I'm budgeting for $250 for PG&E. Comcast is our internet bill. Netflix. This is our cell phone and the kids' allowance. And so that leaves us with, that much left, $145.08. But I have a feeling my husband's paycheck will be higher. He did some extra stuff with like interviews and stuff like that, helping out his principal. So hopefully it'll be on this check, if not the next one. But yeah, so we're looking okay. If you've been around, you know that housekeeper and pest control are missing. So pest control, my husband spoke with the guy who does pest control for his school, got some information and decided he's going to do it himself. So that'll be cool. And housekeeper, we had a hard time with our first housekeeper. The second housekeeper has been no better. And while I'm about to come into a busy season in September, October, my husband has said he'll just pick up the slack. And what we're probably going to do is either quarterly or biannually have somebody come in and deep clean the house. Because it's been very stressful trying to find and keep a good housekeeper. So that's where we are at. But yeah, so this is our budget for August 2021. Kids go back to school the second week of August. So it'll be interesting to see how things go. I'm hoping our grocery bill will start to lessen with everybody being out of the house and all that good stuff. The kids' school district, everybody is going to be, or everyone will have their lunches paid for. So days that my kids decide to have hot lunch, that'll be free. So it'll be nice little things there. You notice I did not budget for childcare. I don't have the price yet on their before and after school care, which they will be utilizing. But from my guesstimate, it'll be less than the dependent daycare. So we take out $500 a month. Last I checked, I think it'll be $480. So it's kind of a push. So that's why I didn't put it in, because it won't really matter. But once I get the final numbers and all that, of course, I will add it in on the update. So now that I'm only getting paid once a month, I'll probably be only doing like a wrap-up video. So that'll be some changes on my videos. But yeah, if you made it to the end, thank you for sticking around, and I will see you guys in the wrap-up video.